Everyone, it's nice to be here. It's Dementia-friendly yoga with me, Dave Rennie. Dementia Action Week at the Virtual Village Hall. So I hope you've found the content really useful and enjoyable. It's really nice to be part of the Virtual Village Hall and also to be part of Dementia Action Week as well. So we'll do things a little bit differently today. I was going to say, sometimes we move quite a lot, sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But what I was thinking today is that we'll make it a much more calming session, calming for the body and hopefully calming for the mind as well. And just spend a little bit of time just switching off and, just letting everything be. That's the plan anyway. Let's see how we get on. So I thought we'd do 3 elements to the class today, and it will be much shorter today, so probably around 20 minutes, something like that. Usually they're a little bit longer, but we'll do a much shorter session today. So I thought what we'd do is we'll start with some breath work, but really gentle breath work, just some yogic breath. Then I thought we'd move a little bit on a chair or on a stool, so we'll do some seated yoga. Because seated yoga is amazing, right? You can do so much on a chair or on a stool. The benefits of it are, there's countless benefits to it, and it's not as if you have to be down here on the floor like I am. I would join everybody on a chair. I love doing that stuff. And then I wanted to do something called yoga nidra, which is Nidra, which is also known as yogic sleep, and it's a relaxation. And what we'll do is, what I'll do is I'll read from a script. It's usually a script that you read from, and it's a much shorter one. It's actually, it's devised by the Prison Yoga Project, which are an amazing project based mainly in America, but also in the UK and in Europe. And I'm lucky enough to have one of my colleagues and friends who's one of the co-founders. So we'll do a little bit of that as well. So yoga nidra. So what I'll require you to do for that one is probably to lie down, but you can do it seated as well. And if you want to grab a blanket or some extra cushions and pillows, that's a really nice time to do that now. So if you need anything, grab it now, something that you're super comfortable. And do you know what? You might fall asleep, or you might kind of drift off a little bit, and that's absolutely fine. That's kind of what it's designed for. All right. Okay. So we'll do that. I'm going to go back on. I've got a little stool, so I'm going to go back and sit on that. So hi to Jackie and hi to Irene, hi to Margaret. Really nice to have you guys along. I'll just check for my timer. That's looking okay. So in this part of the class, let me just see how this is going to work. I think the camera angle is going to be all right. Yeah, that's perfect. Let me just move it back just a tiny bit. So what I'll ask you to do is to kind of see if you can come sitting on something like a stool. My stool's I say my stool's quite nice. It's got a bit of a wonky leg, so hopefully it won't collapse during this class. And see if you can bring your feet so they're flat on the floor. My feet are just off the camera, but you get the gist, right? So the soles of the feet are on the floor, and you're pressing into all 4 corners of the feet. Just let the feet land. And then as you do that, see if you can just find a little bit of length in your spine. So you're not kind of sitting up really, bring loads of, tension into the body. See if you can, with length in the spine, just relax the shoulders down and have your palms just face up on your knees. Sorry, face down on your knees. So you see my hands are just face down, and they're just resting quite gently there. And then if you can, and it feels safe, maybe just close your eyes. And just for a moment, don't overthink any of this. Just sort of see what's present. See what comes up for you. And then if you had your eyes closed, then just very gently open your eyes. Nice. And stay exactly where you are. And then what I would like you to do is, this time, when you close your eyes, or you just soften your gaze, and if you don't like closing your eyes, that's fine. Just soften your gaze down towards the floor or down towards your feet. And then just check in with the sensations in your body. Kind of notice how your physical body feels. And it might be the soles of the feet. Maybe you just feel the surface underneath the soles of your feet. It could be a carpet or a wooden floor or whatever it is that you feel your feet on. And then just move up through your body really slowly, all the way up to kind of this area, the crown of your head. Kind of feel right into the crown of your head. And then draw the breath back down and notice any sensations as you move back down to your feet. And then kind of let that awareness just slide away, let it go. And then just notice any noises that are coming beyond the room that you find yourself in. You know, just to give you a few little pointers. For me, it's I live in a flat, and a lot of it is in a roof space, so I can hear the rain on the roof and on the skylights of the windows. I can hear the distant noise of traffic, and a car just beeped its horn. I heard that. So just tuning in with the sounds in the distance. And then see if you can bring your attention to the sounds within the room that you're in. It might be really quiet. Or you might hear, you know, the hum or the buzz of your fridge, or maybe it's the wind just outside the windows. Maybe it's somebody close by. You can kind of hear them moving around. And then just finally check in with your breath and notice how your breath feels within your body. There's no need to change anything. Just notice the flow of your breath as you inhale and then as you exhale. So if it's available, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through your nose. And then when you're ready, if your eyes were closed, then very slowly open your eyes. Or if your gaze was down towards your feet, just bring your gaze up. And we'll all meet in the spaces that we find ourselves in. Beautiful, really nice. When you're ready, take an inhale. See if you can just sweep your arms really slowly up into the air. Nice. So the fingertips point towards the ceiling. And you relax your shoulder blade. So you don't have to be kind of like this, where everything hunches up. Kind of relax, bring a bend into your arms, into your elbows. Nice. Just breathe here, just a few breaths. Notice how the breath is in the body as the belly expands, as you give yourself loads of room to breathe into. And then wherever you find yourself sitting, just twist very gently over towards the right. So kind of like a quarter turn. That's it. And then inhale back to center, and then a little twist over towards the left. So there's going to be your movement. We'll do it really slowly. There's no need to kind of rush. Inhale back to center, and then exhale, a little quarter turn towards the right. Inhale back to center, and then a quarter turn to the other side. And it doesn't really matter if you match me. It doesn't matter what side you go to. Kind of move to the center, and then move to the side. And if you can, see if you can match your breath with the movement. It's not massively important, to tell you the truth, as long as you're breathing. I always like to inhale to this point, and then I always like to exhale to the side. Inhale to center, and then exhale to the side. One more. Inhale to center, and then exhale to the side. Inhale, come back to center, and then exhale, just bring your hands down. And then again, palms are face down. Give your shoulders a little wriggle. And it doesn't matter, again, how you do this. Just kind of move through your shoulders. And it might just lift one shoulder, then the other. You might shrug the shoulders up. You might draw circles of your shoulders, whatever feels good. Yeah, beautiful. And then just a little bit of movement through your neck. This time what I'd like you to do is see if you can bring your palms face up. So a slightly different sensation through the arms and the shoulders. And then nice and simple, you're just going to move your head over to one shoulder. Not too much, really gentle. And then as you exhale, see if you can do it on the breath, move your head over to the opposite shoulder. So that's your movement. Inhaling, maybe to one side. And then exhaling to the other. Keep your jaw really relaxed and soft. Inhaling. And then exhaling. So you choose. And again, it's not hugely important if you match the movement with breath. As long as you're not holding your breath, everything's good. And then come back to center and then just see if you can draw a circle with your head. So I always like to think about the tip of my nose. And then I'm drawing a little circle from that point. So think about this area, see where I'm pointing right at the tip of my nose, then kind of think about that area and then draw circles from that. And then swap it out, come back the other way. So I'm just encouraging you just to move any tension out through your neck, through your jaw. Beautiful. And then bring your head all the way back to center. So it fits right on top of your head. So it feels quite natural. And then exhale, let the breath go. One more time with the arms above the head. Inhale, sweep the arms above the head. And then this time, just kind of move side to side. Inhale as you come up here, and then exhale as you just bend to the side. And again, keep the arms nice and wide. Just move inside to side. You feel that stretch down either side of the body. Yeah, keep the face nice and relaxed. Just breathe it out here. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center. Then exhale, bring the palms so they're face down again. And then just a little bit of seated cat-cow. So what I'll ask you to do is keep the hands where they are. Inhale. See if you can just lengthen through the heart center and then lift the head very slightly. Look up towards the ceiling and then round the spine. So you round the spine. You tuck the navel back and you see you kind of really hunch the shoulders. And then expand it out, maybe on an inhale. And then exhale around your spine. So you should feel this in your lower spine. Inhale here, maybe look up. And then exhale, kind of push into the hands and round the spine. A couple more. Inhale up. Exhale round. Final one, inhale up. And then exhale round. Come all the way back to center. Then give your hands a little shake out. Give your feet a little stamp. Kind of bring a little bit of movement into your legs. Nice. And then what I'd like you to do is see if you can come and lie down. Now, you don't have to lie down directly on the floor. This would be a really great opportunity if you have a settee that you want to lie down on, then lie on your settee. As long as you can hear me, you don't need to see me for any of this because I'm just going to talk and I'm not going to move either. If you've got a yoga mat, I'm going to move my stool out of the way. If you have a yoga mat, like I've got here, then you can come to lie down on your yoga mat and bring your legs nice and long. Then maybe you place a pillow underneath your head, or if you're lying on a settee, grab a cushion. And if you're lying directly on the floor like this, then maybe you have the feet nice and long, just like mine are, with the feet falling open. Or you can bend into the knees and you can keep the soles of the feet on the floor. This is a nice release through the lower spine. So any tension in your spine, you don't feel comfortable lying on the floor, either find a soft surface to lie on or bend into the knees. Or if you feel really comfortable, come into what we call Shavasana, which is usually the final pose of a yoga class. So you're not going to move from that part or this part of the class. I'm going to come and sit. And I'm going to read this yoga nidra monologue. But as I say, you don't need to look at me. Okay. And we've got people joining from beautiful parts of the UK today. Northumberland and the High Peak. Yeah, I love those places. I'm going to be in the Lake District this evening, so I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so this will be about another, I don't know, 6-7 minutes, something like that. Total relaxation. Okay, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to read. And as you settle into this resting position, you've probably been down there, wherever you found yourself, for, maybe a couple of minutes already. So make yourself like 10% more comfortable than you already are. So make any adjustments to kind of, get super, super comfortable, so you don't need to move and you find yourself in a really beautiful position. And then see if you can let go completely. See if you can relax. And then, a little bit like we did when we were just seated, open your senses. So it's the ears to the sound, sounds very close by or maybe outside your room. If your eyes are closed, maybe the shadow or light across your eyelids. And the weight of the body on the surface you're resting upon. If you're on the floor, maybe notice the hardness of the floor. Or if you're lying on something like a bed or a settee, the softness of that. And then smell and taste. What are the smells and the tastes like? All of your senses, I guess, are open here. And then feel your felt sense of your body. To feel really deeply into your body. And notice your breath. And hopefully it's gently flowing in and it's gently flowing out. And then sense your mouth and your jaw. And notice any tension you may be holding in your face. See if you can let that go. And then sense your ears and your eyes. And feeling any holding or tension behind the eyes. And then sense the whole of your head, the back of your head and your neck. And your shoulders. And then the upper back. Maybe linger there just a little longer. And notice what's present. No need to change it, just notice it. Notice your experience. And your thoughts are just coming and going. And the attention is on the sensation in your body. And now sense your entire body and your legs, your torso, your arms, your hands, your head, your neck, and feeling the felt sense of the body and the space around your body. And if you're still concentrating on your breath, see if you can just let go of concentrating on your breath. Just kind of let the breath flow in, flow out. No need to control it. Let it be natural. And just find your body breathing itself. So your experience here is just as it is. Just as you are. There's no need to change any of that. And then as you rest here, take a moment and just visualize yourself as you go about the rest of your day. It's the afternoon, so maybe it's kind of walking around or eating or having conversations, and then eventually going to bed. And picture yourself doing so from this place of letting go. And that idea of how does it feel to imagine yourself moving through life from a place of ease and restfulness, or even just for the rest of the day. You know, what does it feel like to find that ease within your body? And now just really slowly bring some awareness back to your physical body. And you might begin by just wriggling out through your fingers and your toes and feeling the body on the surface that it's resting upon, and your breath is just gently flowing in and your breath is gently flowing out. And if you want here, you can make the movements a little bigger. So you might expand your breath out. You might bring your knees to your chest, kind of squeeze your knees in, maybe stretch your arms above your head. And then if it feels okay, if you're lying on the floor, maybe just roll over to one side. If you found yourself on your settee, then with a little bit of carefulness, then bring yourself to one side of your body. And maybe just use your bottom hand just to rest your head on. Just move at your own pace. There's no need to move quickly. And then really gently and slowly bring yourself back to a seated position. Now you can come and sit back on a settee or back on your stool, or if you've been on the floor and it feels comfortable, maybe just join me sitting cross-legged, or you can have your legs out in front of you, whatever feels good. And then from this position, bring your left hand on your heart and then bring your right hand on your left hand. Maybe close your eyes again or just soften your gaze. Notice the effects of your practice. Just slowing everything down and giving ourselves a little bit of space and time. And know that this is always available to you. You just need a little bit of time to commit to stillness. And just with that in mind, you just might bow your head down and wish yourself well, and wish everybody else well. Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. It's a shorter session, a little bit more relaxed, more focused on, stillness. And as I say, it doesn't always have to be about, particular postures or moving in a certain way or moving the breath in a certain rhythm. It can just be about spending some time relaxing, right? And doing the opposite of what a lot of us do, where we're busy. And that's sometimes known as a radical act, right? Of just slowing down because you deserve to do that. And Yoga Nidra, there's hundreds of Yoga Nidra scripts. Just go online and you'll find so many of them. And also there's some amazing podcasts and recordings of Yoga Nidra. So if you feel overwhelmed at any point, then, get some Yoga Nidra in your life, and you can just tap into it and put some candles on and dim your lights and whatever feels comfortable, right? Just bring it into your practice. All right, everyone. It's really nice to see you. I'll be back next week, and whatever you're doing over the next few days, I hope it's good, and hopefully the rain will stop here soon. We've had it pretty good with the weather, right? All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Look after yourselves, and I'll catch up with you soon. Cheers.